bi, trans. I mean, those folks are all going to have an opportunity to experiment, and probably they're going to have some healthy experiences there. So we need to be aware of that first. So the second thing is, that is really, I think that would be a case-by-case basis. I think I would be inclined, if I were the parent of an individual who had really a painful experience online that was also chronicled and libraried, kind of kept there, I think I would be inclined to engage a third party, a therapist, a teacher, someone in their community, their religious community, whatever, to kind of do some of the looking at that first, and then help the parent know if it's going to be beneficial for them to look directly at that content or not. Oftentimes what can happen is parents can get so wrapped up in it that then the parent overreacts and loses their ability to be a good empathic container for the child. So I would be looking to maintain the parent's ability to be objective and present. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, and you hear recently about, I don't know if you heard Kurt Schilling, the baseball player.
No, I didn't.
Or stories about Ashley Judd going after, some of those. So you sort of find that balance of how do you approach some of those online presence. So.
Yeah, the things that can happen in those spaces are really so painful. They are so painful. And I think it's just, again, the more we can all be aware and loan ourselves out in those situations to help maintain loving presences for kids and adults, the better.
I'd like to follow up on that question, because it seems like this has really emerged in the last just 2 or 3 weeks since that Kurt Schilling example, where his daughter posted a photo or something on Twitter and was just suffered horrible abuse, and he looked up the people who had abused her, and he got somebody was fired. He outed the bulliers, and apparently it's become a trend. It's happened in the last 10 days. More and more people are aggressively outing bulliers online. What are your thoughts? On some level, it's kind of satisfying, but what do you?
So I'm so glad. So now I know what happened. That helps me know. So this is actually a huge issue. So oftentimes that's the parental impulse. It's the administrative impulse. It's certainly my impulse as a person who loves people. The tricky thing is oftentimes then the child that has been bullied experiences a second round of really harsh reaction by their community, and that's what is really illuminated in the movie Death. Which I will come back to another thing as well. But so I would want to be working very closely with the child